Today, we're at 24 weeks. I'm getting kind of frustrated because every time I go to the doctor, they give me a week date and it's off. Like, how are y'all not keeping up with the dates that you're telling me? I can't be 10 weeks one day and then 34 weeks another day. Like, that's a bad comparison, because 10 weeks is the beginning and 34 weeks is the end. But anyway, if you guys see my last video, I was saying that I was I thought this car was about to park next to me. I was saying that I was going into my third trimester. That was my mistake because I was talking fast. I meant I was going into the 6th month, and I think I did say that. But yeah, this is going into 6 months, so I am 6 months now. Alright, so like I was saying, I don't know if this was like a message from God for me to deliver, or an angel or whatever, but I just feel like somebody needed to hear this. This message, now this for me is kind of like, it's leaning towards more for my ladies, but I guess men can take this advice too. Is that a peach? I had to write everything down because it was pretty long and I didn't want to forget. And when this message came to me, I wasn't in preparation for a video. So now that I'm doing a video, I can say what I have to say. So for one, live your life for yourself. Don't base your life off of anybody else. Like, do what makes you happy. Don't, like, yes, make people proud, make your family proud, but don't live strictly for anybody else. Like, make sure you're doing stuff that's gonna benefit you as well as other people if you want, but make sure you're just, doing what you want and doing what's right. I could expand on that, but that's pretty much all it is to it, is just live for yourself. Don't live your life for anybody else. Everybody has their own life to live. So live yours the way you want to live it. That's it. Don't follow a man or a woman. Their life may not be like your life. Their situation may not be like your situation. Their testimony is not going to be like your testimony. So, you feel me? That goes into to just live for yourself. Don't live for nobody else. I don't care if this is somebody who you really want to be with. Do not live for a man and do not live for a woman. Don't base your life on somebody else's. Don't compare yourself. You were made to be you. You are you for a reason. You are you, and don't change that for anybody. I had to realize that myself. Like, I'm not changing for nobody. I don't care what you don't like about me. If I'm not negatively impacting your life, then I'm not changing nothing. You can go. Okay? No matter what you're going through, do what makes you happy, okay? Being pregnant has taught me this, because it's like, yeah, I have other stuff going on. However, I cannot let that depression whoop my tail. I cannot let other people's opinions and other people's feelings bring me down. I still have a life to live. I still have stuff to experience. Yeah, I may have a baby coming, but that doesn't stop anything. I still have to live my life. I'm still going to live my life. I don't know why people act like you can't do or live your best life when you have a kid. Now, everybody's story is different, and that's why you cannot compare yourself. You cannot follow people. You cannot do what everybody else does. Your story is different, which is why you cannot listen to what people say, okay? So just keep doing what's for you. don't seek validation for anybody. I was told that you could tell I seek validation from my family. And after I was told that, I sat and thought about it, and I was like, dang, I really do. Now, not saying that it's a bad thing, but it gets to a point where it's like you pushing and pushing and pushing so hard to do, you know, the best you can for somebody else, and people's expectations are through the roof, but don't seek validation from nobody. If you want to make that decision, whether it be right or whether it be wrong, you learn from your mistakes, and nobody can take that from you. So do not seek validation from anybody. Don't let people do you any kind of way. Okay, yeah, so I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your brother-in-law, your sister-in-law, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law. If they're not going to be there to support you, don't kiss their tail. Don't go looking for them. Don't ask them for help. Like, just don't. You don't need people who are going to treat you like trash. You don't need people who are going to be negative and disrespectful and play the trick of the enemy. You feel me? You don't need people like that. So if people want to do you a certain way, I don't care if it's your best friend, they could get the step in, okay? And now that I'm becoming a mom and growing and just seeing the way people are acting and different energies and stuff, it's just like, I'm not talking about my situation personally. I mean, I'm saying certain things, like I'm using examples and just thinking about myself, but I'm not saying all of this in reference to my personal life. This is just a message, again, that came to me and that I feel like somebody else needs to hear. More so for the ladies. Carry yourself with grace and walk by faith. Just be a lady. If you have friends who go out and, you know, do stuff that you're not comfortable with, you don't have to follow them. You can plan other things that you're interested in and invite them to those activities. You don't always have to go out and, you know, be in the streets with, your friends if you feel like that's not your vibe. Like, I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying it's not me. It's not for me. That's not what I want to do. So again, you don't have to follow them. Don't follow them. That's their path. You can do your own path. And you see how I'm saying don't not be friends with them, but, you know, just plan other stuff and involve them as well. So that's that. Like a sense of not having to go to the doctor and do therapy. So you just kind of want to sit, inhale, exhale, breathe. Go outside when you meditate. Play some, you know, classical, meditational, sleepy, play that type of music. Or just listen to nature. And it'll help you. Pray when you're upset. Pray when you're happy. Just give thanks to God all the time. Stay away from toxic relationships. And I don't just mean relationships like we're boyfriend and girlfriend. I mean relationships, friendships, family members, those type of things that subconsciously can have a negative impact on your decisions, your life, and other things. So if you can't work it out with these people, give them space from time to time. I'm not saying cut your family off. You can definitely cut friends off, but as far as, I mean, you can definitely cut family off too, because I've done it. But if that's not in your heart to do that, if you feel like you want them in your life, just give them space. Take breaks. And I feel like that will help. And talk it out before trying to fight it out. Do your best in everything you do because it's fulfilling. So when you go to work, do your best at work. Do things out of the kindness of your heart. It's very fulfilling and rewarding when you know you've made an accomplishment. It doesn't matter how small or how big it is. Please self-reflect and think of ways you can better yourself. So whether you get into an argument with your spouse, your mom, your dad, whoever, always reflect and think, what could I have done differently to make the conversation go differently? And even if it was a heated argument, you can always go back and do something differently. You know, have that, revisit the conversation and try to make it a better one than it was before. When someone tries to tear you down, walk away. That's plain and simple. I don't want to go too much into that. People are going to talk and judge, but your story is your testimony, and don't let anybody stop you from moving forward. Amen to that. Okay? Gotta tell myself that every day. You came into this life not knowing the way of it, and every day there's something new to learn, and there's always room for growth and improvement. So never stop moving forward, okay, y'all? Never stop moving forward. Never stop trying to improve yourself. Never give up on your hobby just because somebody else doesn't like it. Never think that you're not enough just because you made a mistake and somebody doesn't agree with it. Nobody's perfect and everybody makes mistakes. So again, never stop moving forward, never stop learning, never stop growing. Learn to love yourself. Once you know your worth, you give yourself love, there is nothing that can stop you. And for me, I'm gonna get a little personal. I'm starting to know my worth a little bit more. I feel like I do know my worth, but sometimes I can get a little sidetracked. I just, out of the kindness of my heart, I always think of other people, so I'm not always thinking of myself, and that's not really putting me first. But again, that goes back to where I say, don't let people treat you any kind of way. So I may look out for you in the beginning, but once I see the energy and I'm not even gonna say the type of respect, once I see the disrespect, that's when all of that gets cut. Like, I don't care who you are. We don't ever have to talk. We don't have to talk at all. Settle for less because you're worth more than gold. All this melanin skin, that's more worth more than gold, and you think I'm about to you got the wrong one, boo-boo. Do not settle for less. I don't care if it's a job. I don't care if it's a person you so in love with and you want to be with them forever, and I don't care. Let it go. Don't let nobody treat you like a booty call or a second option, or what's something else? Don't let nobody put you last. If they're not concerned about your well-being, then drop them. Let them go, okay? Because you are worth more than gold. If you have a liver, a kidney, a gallbladder, a heart, and it's beating, and you seeing this video and you're alive and well and able to drink some water, you are worth more than gold, okay? So let them go. Let them go. It's gonna hurt. I don't care how much it hurts. You are worth more than gold. You are worth more than gold. Okay? And never forget that. Even if you gotta keep coming to this video, you are worth more than gold. And never give up, because the person you want or the relationship you want with a family member, a friend, if it's drowning, let it drown. God makes no mistakes. And if it's meant to be, it will come back to you. I promise you that. And if it's not, it was a blessing and a lesson. Pay attention. I did the glucose test today, y'all, and I've been seeing all these videos on TikTok about how it's so nasty and it was so bad and it was so this and so that. But y'all, I had the orange and it was not bad at all. Alright, you guys, so that is it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think, your thoughts. I'm giving you all a new outro. Always walk by faith and not by sight, okay?